that if Blake wants this to stick, or, the other two, no one else is coming forward saying that they also were.
It started like any other Hollywood collaboration. A big-budget adaptation, 2 charismatic leads, and a mountain of hype surrounding the film. But behind the scenes of It Ends With Us, something darker was brewing. What started as professional friction has now exploded into a full-scale legal war, one that's dragged in not just the actors involved, but their families, reputations, and careers. At the center of it all, Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni, and, somehow, Ryan Reynolds. Blake and Ryan, Hollywood's golden couple, are known for their banter, their picture-perfect red carpet appearances, and their seemingly unshakable bond. Fans have always held them up as the ultimate relationship goals. But now, cracks are beginning to show. And what's happening behind the scenes may just change how the world sees them forever. It all kicked off when Blake Lively filed a lawsuit accusing her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni of harassment and manipulation. It wasn't subtle. Blake came forward with pointed claims that suggested a toxic work environment where power was abused and boundaries crossed. It wasn't just about one incident. She painted a pattern of behavior that suggested Baldoni had tried to control not only the production, but her personally. It was a bold move. Going up against a respected industry figure like Baldoni, that takes nerve. And at first, it seemed like she had support, especially from her husband, Ryan Reynolds. Sources claimed Ryan was furious. He allegedly confronted people at WME, one of the most powerful talent agencies in the business, urging them to cut ties with Baldoni. According to the legal filing, Ryan went as far as calling Baldoni a sexual predator. Twice. That's not the kind of thing you say lightly. Not in private, and certainly not in public. But here's where it gets strange. After those accusations became part of a defamation claim against him, Ryan filed a motion to get out of the lawsuit. He didn't want to be involved. No depositions, no testimonies, no headlines with his name attached. He wanted out. Fast. That move raised eyebrows. How could someone go from defending his wife so aggressively to suddenly retreating from the entire situation? Fans started asking tough questions. Was Ryan trying to protect himself? Was he backing away from the consequences of his own words? Or, and this was the theory that really gained traction, was he no longer standing by Blake as fully as he once had? This wasn't just about a lawsuit anymore. It had become a public reckoning. And as the internet buzzed with speculation, a new narrative started to take shape. Ryan and Blake's marriage might be under serious pressure. According to sources close to the couple, the lawsuit has thrown their home life into chaos. A friend reportedly told US Weekly that things have gotten tense between the two. The pressure from media, fans, and legal teams has seeped into their personal lives. And with 4 kids to raise and careers to maintain, the stakes couldn't be higher. It's been really hard for Blake and Ryan, one insider said. They're trying to stay strong, but it hasn't been easy. And then there's Justin Baldoni. Far from lying low, Baldoni has gone on the offensive. Through his attorney, Brian Friedman, a man known for playing legal hardball, he's firing back. In public statements, Friedman has accused Blake of pure malice, saying her lawsuit is nothing more than a PR stunt. In a sharp rebuke, he described her motion to dismiss as one of the most abhorrent examples of our legal system being abused. Then came the hammer. Baldoni filed a countersuit, one that demands $400 million in damages. That number shocked even industry veterans. $400 million for defamation, loss of income, emotional distress, and career damage. It wasn't just a lawsuit anymore. It was an all-out war. As the legal back-and-forth escalated, so did the public scrutiny. At the March 7th premiere of her latest film, Blake tried to maintain a calm, composed public image. She smiled, signed autographs, even broke protocol to greet fans behind barriers. But social media, ever eager to dissect every moment, spun a new narrative. Influencers supporting Baldoni claimed that Blake had staged parts of the red carpet, accusing her of using Paul Feig's wife as a fake fan to create buzz. Whether it was true or not didn't seem to matter. The damage was done. What was supposed to be a comeback moment turned into another wave of backlash. Suddenly, Blake wasn't just the actress at the center of a legal fight. She was being accused of manipulating public perception, of using smoke and mirrors to mask the real story. And then came another strange moment. Blake made an offhand comment that Ryan had written a key scene in It Ends With Us, a scene many fans considered the emotional high point of the film. While some thought it was sweet, others saw it as tone-deaf. Critics called her out for trying to take credit away from the actual writer, suggesting she was using her husband's fame to shift attention away from the lawsuit. This added fuel to an already raging fire. Online forums lit up with questions. Has Blake's career always been this calculated? Is she a genuine talent? Or just someone who got ahead because she married the right guy, said the right things, and stayed close to the right people? The backlash wasn't just about the lawsuit anymore. It was about perception, authenticity, and what happens when the public starts to believe that maybe, just maybe, the image you've carefully built is starting to fall apart. Meanwhile, Ryan's role in all of this kept getting murkier. Legal filings stated clearly that he had called Baldoni a predator, but also argued that his statement was constitutionally protected opinion. In other words, he believed what he said. He wasn't lying. But even so, he didn't want to be held legally accountable for it. The contradiction was hard to ignore. Fans began to wonder, was Ryan trying to have it both ways? Support his wife, but not risk his reputation? Speak out, but dodge the consequences? And more importantly, how was all this affecting his relationship with Blake? According to people close to the couple, it's been a roller coaster. One source told the press that the couple think the backlash has grown out of control. Another said that Blake feels unfairly targeted, that usually when someone claims they're a victim, the public offers support. But in her case, it's been the opposite. The internet isn't siding with her, it's questioning her. And then there's the question no one wants to say out loud. What if this lawsuit breaks more than just reputations? What if it breaks their marriage? While all this unfolds, Baldoni remains remarkably calm. He's doing interviews, staying present, letting his lawyer do most of the talking, but still showing up when it counts. And that's part of what's unnerving for Blake and Ryan. Baldoni doesn't have much to lose, at least not compared to them. His brand was never built on being universally loved. But Blake and Ryan, their entire public identity is tied to being the internet's favorite couple, and that might explain why Blake made one final move. In her latest motion to dismiss, she argued that Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit is not just excessive, it's illegal. She cited California laws protecting individuals who speak out about harassment. Her legal team insisted she has every right to share her story, and that any attempt to punish her for doing so violates her rights. It's a powerful argument, but will it work? One thing's clear, this isn't going away quietly. With both sides refusing to settle, this could drag on for months, maybe years. And in that time, more information will come out. More documents, more testimonies, more secrets. It's already happened. Just days ago, fans uncovered old interviews where Blake spoke glowingly about Baldoni. That's led some to claim her current lawsuit is inconsistent with her past behavior. Others say that's exactly what makes harassment cases so difficult. People often hide the truth until they can't anymore. Either way, the damage is real. Public trust in Blake and Ryan has taken a hit. The couple that once seemed untouchable now looks vulnerable, human, and, some say, strategic. And whether or not the court sides with Blake, she's already lost something that may be impossible to get back: the public's unconditional love. But Blake isn't giving up, nor is Ryan. Despite the reports of tension, sources insist they're still united, still fighting side by side. And maybe that's true. Maybe the pressure will make them stronger, or maybe it'll expose fractures they can't fix. In the end, this isn't just a story about lawsuits. It's about power, reputation, image, and what happens when Hollywood royalty find themselves at the center of a storm they can't control. The headlines keep coming, the court dates keep stacking up, and the fans keep watching, waiting to see how it all ends. Because sometimes, the biggest drama in Hollywood isn't on screen. It's what happens when the cameras stop rolling.